Hey, Turf Talk right here, Travon Smith, one on one. Man, it's always a pleasure to catch up with these athletes, these young NIL agents, these entrepreneurs, these these collegiate students on their way to be. Man, it's always a blessing to hear their stories, find out where they from, different cities, different schools. And this guy right here, I've been waiting to catch up with somebody from one of these schools, right? I've been waiting because we go out there and I go out there with Jeff Johnson and he does practicing out there. I don't know if he knows who Coach Jeff Johnson is. He always doing practices up there. But shout out to Coach Jeff Johnson and elite athletes. But this dude right here is an elite athlete right here. Elijah McDaniels. How you doing, man?
Good and you? Yeah, I worked with Jeff Johnson a couple of times.
Okay, that's good. That's good. But that's I've been out to that field a couple times. They finally finished that field.
They still working on it.
Okay.
It's been a
Well,
little bit.
I'm gonna throw it to you. Let you introduce yourself. Tell them your class, your
Mhm.
position, any accolades that people need to know about, and and first and foremost, where you play at. It's all yours.
I'm Elijah McDaniel, class of 2028, dual threat quarterback at Dorsey High School. Uh, Played on the Ducks, Rampage,
Okay.
played at Warren this previous year. Just transferred to Dorsey, trying to
Okay.
win the championship this year.
Definitely, definitely a baller. I've seen some of your film. I've heard about you, so it's definitely a pleasure. I always like to talk a little bit about you. What's some of your highlights as a dual threat? Because I could tell you what I see already, but what's some
Mhm.
things that make you a dual threat? Because I see you can even if need be, you could go out there and touch a little wide receiver. But we're gonna leave that for everybody else. But go ahead and talk a little bit about yourself. What kind of package are they getting when they getting Elijah McDaniel?
Well, I feel like with me, I have a good arm, I have good deep ball accuracy,
Uh-huh.
and I'm able to run, make split decisions. I got good vision.
Okay.
That's really yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Mhm.
So I always like to start off. So that means you're a sophomore this year, right?
Yep.
Okay, because you're
Play a
making me
little
do the
DB
math.
too.
Huh? What you say it again?
Play a little DB too.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. But
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
quarterback, they ain't gonna let you play no DB. Maybe at
Yeah.
Dorsey they might. I don't know. You know
Just
what
a
I'm
little 7-on-7.
saying? Hey,
Yeah.
if they trying to win, they're gonna do whatever they got to do.
Mhm.
So going into the off season, you're gonna be a sophomore this year.
Right.
Okay, going into the offseason, what's some things that you do besides on the 7-on-7 circuit? Some things that you tighten up. I don't know if you with parents, uncles, aunties, grandparents. Talk to me. What's some things you do as a person where you get out there and take care of on the offseason to make sure you're the dual threat that you are that we know about?
During the off season, it's just go time really. Do a
Okay,
lot of track, a lot of conditioning, a lot of weight room. Weight room gonna get you right.
yeah,
And
definitely. Go
a
ahead.
lot of a lot of board work, work on my mind because everything's really mental.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about we doing all that stuff. Like you said, do you run track with the schools, or are these all are you just run programs with other coaches like that specialize in speed or whatnot?
Yeah, well this year Dorsey I'm running with the team, but I work with Biggs, Coach
Okay.
Big, real known guy, real
Okay.
deal. Yeah.
Shout out to all the coaches that to support the community because it does take a village. I
Mm.
don't want to get into specifics about names, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
about as far as
yeah.
schools, but last year talk a little bit about the season and what went on and some of your games. What was going on? You played varsity last year, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, talk a little bit about that experience as a freshman.
So as a freshman, during the off season, going into the season, I was at this one school, and then things didn't go right, so I had to dip up out of there the last second. And then I checked in to this new school. You said don't say names.
No, well, because your family moved, right?
Yeah,
Your family moved, so you're at the new school. Just talk to me a little bit about the transition of going to a new school and with your family moving and not knowing, coaches or anything like that. Just going there to compete.
yeah. So I didn't really know much. The starting quarterback ended up transferring after the first game, so they was looking to put me in, and then things happened outside of the game, so they had to cancel the game. But
Okay.
after that, I've been starting ever since, and it was really it wasn't a lot of pressure because everything happened so fast. So I was like smooth, well set.
Okay. So talk to me about the transition of the game because we know you as a young man, family moving and all this, going to different schools, things happen in Los Angeles. You know that's out of our control, whatever, right?
Mhm.
My mom lives on Florence and Normandy. I know, you know what I'm saying. So, but let's talk a little bit about transitioning as an athlete because as a freshman, like there's a lot to learn as far as playing in the varsity game. What's some things that you weren't familiar with, and as the season went on, maybe you got familiar with?
With pocket presence, because I wasn't used to like having such like big guys rushing me, so that
Uh,
was a big thing. And then everything was fast.
yeah,
Hmm.
everything is fast.
The
And how
speed,
about yeah?
yeah.
And then of course, as a freshman, you know what I'm saying, you're playing on a varsity level. Now
Mhm.
you got different reads. You got to do your reads faster, right? Just talk about your progression, because you played a couple games, right?
Mhm.
Talk about your progression from the beginning of first stepping on the grass to at the end of the grass. You know, like how was your progression? How did you feel as a person, as a QB?
Honestly, I felt good because I feel like my first game I did great. A lot of people weren't expecting me to do good, but I came out on top, did my thing, and then everything was set from there.
Okay. How about now? What was some things about what was some like whether there's statistics or some things you did that made you and you like your family member like, hey man, we did that. Like you did that. Like what was some things that you it might not be touchdowns, it might not be scores. It was maybe a sticky situation, fourth
Hmm.
and 10 in a certain game. We could talk about the opponents against what team and stuff like that.
Hmm. Well, we played Lacerna. It was an out of state team,
Okay.
and uh, it was really a big game, and everything was like last minute. Just hopped in, and there was a lot of plays, a lot of penalties that we
Yeah.
backed up, and I had to use my feet to get the first down, like
Uh-huh.
3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, plays like that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now I want to hear about some of them games that you was like, dang, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like y'all threw me in the mixer. So what
Hmm.
was some games and who was the opponent where you played some things where you was like your heart was beating a little fast, like you have to, I don't say you called a timeout or nothing, but you like, hey
Hmm.
coach, we got to figure this part out. What was
Yeah.
some what was some of those games and how was
It
that like?
it was for sure the first game
Okay,
because
and who was
I
that
was
against?
Lacerna.
Okay,
I wasn't really familiar with the intensity,
okay,
so a lot of the times if I didn't see nothing, I just got up out of there. Like
yeah,
I wasn't really taking my time, going through my progressions, and that's what I've been working on.
okay.
So I usually just use my feet as like a bailout.
I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
Mhm.
That's what all dual threat quarterbacks do.
Mhm.
All right. Hey, if you just tuned in, it's Turf Talk 101. We're talking to Elijah McDaniel, QB for Dorsey. Now I want to talk about going towards the end of last year's season because you should have some growth, right?
Mhm.
You wasn't so getting out of the quarterback, getting out of the pocket so quick. Was
Mhm.
you did you develop a little pocket poise and you understood the pressure and you started to get to know your linemen, how much time
Yep.
they gave you, right?
Mhm.
Talk a
Yep.
little bit about that experience.
Well, I got used to working on my pocket presence, calling protections, little things like that,
Okay.
like making pro snap reads and calls. That's really a big thing because just going out there, not knowing the blocking and all that, that's really a thing that I had to really work on in the
Okay.
film room. Yeah.
What was some of the big games to you at the end that you was proud of yourself of?
Making reads became simpler.
Who
I just
who were they against?
uh, Culver City,
Okay. And
Wilson
and
County.
Culver City had a hell of a team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Culver City had a hell of a team. So how did that turn out? What you get to do in that game?
Well, it was a lot of politics going on in that game. So I break it down. So first quarter, they put in the quarterback that was there.
Yeah.
Couldn't get nothing. First quarter, Couldn't get nothing, fumbling. I don't know if he threw a pick, but he's just fumbling, getting sacked, lost yards.
Yeah.
Second quarter, same thing, fumble, sack, lost yards. Now it's 20-0. They put me in the after halftime. We get down the field, score, come back, and then we lose by a touchdown.
Okay. But
And then the game after that, they played them again.
uh-huh.
So it was like, there's nothing I can really do about that.
I got you. Okay. Hey,
Mhm.
it happens in the world of sports.
Yeah,
Now, that game against Culver City, was that the other school or this school?
that was the other school.
Okay, I got you. Hey, and that's why you at the new school, man. So all right, so let's forget about the old school, other school. I just want people to get a chance to know who you are. Know what they're working with. Let's talk about this year. What's some things you've been doing this year? I know you've been running track and you've been doing the 7-on-7, working on your accuracy and your deep ball.
Hmm.
What's some other things you've been doing to get ready this year?
Well, this year, I really been not just working on myself, but working on my team, building my
Okay,
team, getting our chemistry down.
yeah,
We got a few showcases, little tournaments and stuff. We're doing really good. This year gonna be our breakout year for real.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now this year, have you started spending time with your linemen, getting your cadence, getting your protection set and stuff like that? You've been spending more time with that.
Yep,
That
yep.
you're at a
Hmm.
new situation.
Yeah,
What's
we've been
what's
working on it.
what's some what's some things the coaches got you working on with your with I was about to say with your staff, with your teammates?
Uh, right now, we working online, but as of right now, we've been working on skills. But our skills is top notch. Then we working on bringing people in.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So what's some of the big games you got circled on your calendar for this year?
Our first game against Culver City.
You want that back, huh?
I mean, not Culver City, Carson against
Okay,
Carson.
yeah,
Our
yeah.
first
I was
game
about to
against
say you want
Carson.
that back. You want that
Yeah,
fade
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Carson is always legit. And who else?
Carson, big rivalry.
Yeah, big
Hmm.
rivalry. Who and that's the first game of the year. Is there
Yep.
any y'all Crenshaw's not the rivalry no more, right? Or is it still just the hype night or they don't do that no more?
I mean, it's that's a rivalry too, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
feel like
got you.
Carson is a
Better
better
competition.
opponent.
I
Yeah.
got you,
Mhm.
got you. Carson does got better skill set
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Okay, man. Well, hey, it's always a pleasure to check out with you, man. Keep me tapped in for the season, and let me know what's
All
going
right.
on. Make sure you send me film and stuff so we can keep an eye out for you. I'm gonna definitely try to get out there to a couple games. But I want for the people that may not know and represent Dorsey High School in the city of Inglewood. Talk to me a little bit about the culture of the school and the culture of the football program, so that people have an idea.
Dorsey in LA. Uh,
I said Inglewood.
I
I
mean,
apologize. Dorsey in LA. I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, in the jungles.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
after like the school, they have good education. They have a good magnet program.
Okay.
So you want to check in and you just want to focus on school and academics. We have a good magnet program, and they take care of their football players. So
Okay.
you
What's
come and be set.
what's the what no what's the culture like? The staff and the kids and or the young athletes. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all in LA, y'all a little bit growner, y'all move a little different. Talk to me about the culture of the athletes. Is a community? Talk to me a little bit. How is it out there?
Well, not necessarily the athletes. The athletes good on grades and all that. They stay out of the way. It's it's not as bad as people make it seem.
No,
Like
I got
people,
you. We just
yeah,
trying to hear the positives, my brother. I got you.
yeah. As long as you're not going up there causing no problems, every normal school day, like a
Yeah,
normal
I'm
school.
saying. I know
Yeah.
about the Ralphs across the street. Yeah, and the Popeyes. I got you. So
Yeah.
definitely, man, it's definitely a pleasure. Elijah McDaniel, Dorsey High School, uh, Los Angeles. I apologize earlier. I said Inglewood. It's Los Angeles. I should know better than that. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure we get your film and your stuff throughout the year and
All right.
keep Turf Talk in the loop, man. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right, man.
And
Take
Carson
care.
game gonna be televised, so everybody check in on that.
Check
Tune
in. We're
in.
gonna have it. We're gonna post all
Mhm.
the links and stuff. I
All right.
got you, brother. Appreciate it.